lifestyles. With spring coming up and beach body season, plus I got to host a TV show, Lincoln and myself call it a big protein. And what that means is we're going to have a dinner, we're going to have a lunch, we're going to have a breakfast that's like 95% protein. Less side dishes, less fried stuff, just a ton of steak, a ton of chicken, maybe a boneless pork chop, maybe a smash burger if that's how you roll. The point is, it's all on sale right now, 50% off site-wide at omahasteaks.com. Plus, you're going to save an additional $35 off at checkout when you use the promo code AMERICA. So if you follow me, omahasteaks.com, you get 50% off. It's a President's Day sale. And on top of that, you get another $35 off with that promo code AMERICA. But bigger and better than all of that, it is the lean protein. I'm talking about air-chilled chicken, boneless pork chops, jumbo beef franks, bacon-wrapped filet mignon. My goodness, I need a cigarette. Too bad I don't smoke.
Looking to earn more on your money? Liberty Federal Credit Union's free vertical checking account is now even better with an increased interest rate of 3.5% APY. That's right, an increased rate of 3.5%, letting you earn even more on your money. Plus, with vertical checking, you'll also enjoy our cutting-edge mobile banking app and free ATMs anywhere. That's right, simply use any ATM at any other financial institution, and Liberty Federal Credit Union will reimburse your usage fee up to $15 per month. So what are you waiting for? Free ATMs, a great app, and an increased rate of 3.5%. Start earning more on your money today with vertical checking, only at Liberty Federal Credit Union. Some requirements apply. Annual percentage yield. No minimum balance required. Applicable on balances up to $20,000. Federally insured by NCUA.
News and weather this hour is brought to you by Capital Window and Door on Talk 104 and 93 WKCT Bowling Green.
You're listening to Sports Talk, presented by Greenwood Ford.
Welcome into Sports Talk here on Talk 104 93 WKCT. I'm Cole Scott from WNKY News 40, joined alongside Brian Davis of the Franklin Favorite. Brian, it's been about a million years since I've been on here, so if I have any hiccups, it's my fault. But
hey,
how are you doing, Brian?
Hey, like the Eminem song, welcome back. Welcome back.
I like it.
Back again.
We've got a lot to talk about, Brian, right off the top of the show. Why don't we just go ahead and start by thanking our sponsors. First off, I want to thank Greenwood Ford, our title sponsor. Also thank Campbell Chevrolet, Hills Mattress, and more, and Breen and Wilford Injury Lawyers. So, Brian, right off the top, the big event that was going down this weekend was the Super Bowl.
Oh, I have to talk about the Warney signing, but okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
The Super Bowl. Okay, go ahead.
What were your thoughts on the Super Bowl?
Well, someone said New England stink, and I don't want to say they stunk. I don't want to say that, but I think you could tell that Mike McDonald and the Patriots, and the Seahawks, threw something at the Patriots that they were not ready for. And you could just tell one team that was experienced, that has played for a while against a team that was inexperienced, that got to the big game, and just could not adapt or react to what Seattle was doing.
I got to tell you, that first half, I felt like I was watching Titans football.
Yes.
That was the most boring half of football I think I've ever watched this year.
Yes.
Yeah, just field goal fest. But thankfully, it got more exciting in the second half, defensively, especially with Seattle.
Definitely so. Halftime show was good. Commercials were not too bad as well, too. So, it's the Super Bowl. It is what it is, 5 hours a day of a good time with friends and family and stuff. And it was fun. And so we'll do it again another year. So here we go.
And transitioning over to what you were talking about before, Warren East football is hoping they made a Super Bowl type hire with Jason Foley. He's the new head coach over in Raider Nation. What do you know about Jason Foley?
We know he came from Southwestern High School. He's won some district championships. His rival is Pulaski County, and they did well. He is jumping into a bigger pond, so to speak. The pond where he came from with Southwestern in that 5A district. Not as tough as this one's going to be, because you're looking at Franklin Simpson, who's won a state title a couple times. Allen County Scottsville got to the title game a few years back. Paducah Tillman just won it year before last. Logan County has been very, very good since Todd Adler's taken over, and Callaway County's gotten better. So my message to Warren East fans is just be patient and just see what happens. It's going to take some time. Rome wasn't built in one day. And let's just see what happens. Maybe he can turn it around. Maybe he can. Maybe he can get them on in a direction that they haven't been in quite a while.
Yeah, and to your note, I mean, it can't get much more chaotic than a year like last year with all the changes midseason, just a few wins, Yeah, and you've got pieces to build around the quarterback. Xavier Ismail, he's, I think, going into his junior year.
Yes.
They've got a lot to work with there. They usually always have a very talented group of players there, so, yeah, they should be fine going forward.
Yep. But again, that district, it's not going to be easy, especially with 6 teams, 4 playoff spots. 2's not going to make it. It's going to be a grind. It's going to be a grind.
You know, it's also going to be a grind.
What's that?
Basketball postseason that's coming up in the area, district, region. Before we know it, we've got some fun pairings in district tournaments, Brian.
Yes, we do. Of course, the 16th will get it all underway next Sunday because of the 5-team district, and then everybody else will start theirs on Monday night. So it's going to be fun, and then all roads leads to March 1st at Diddle Arena on that Sunday afternoon.
What matchup excites you the most? I think we're going to say the same one here.
Oh, well, I don't want to say the obvious one because I think everybody's going to be pretty obvious about that one.
Okay.
I will go with the boys over at Glasgow High School. It's going to be on Wednesday night, Barron County against Allen County Scottsville. Okay. I'm going to be excited about that one because Allen County Scottsville just put it to them. I mean, I hate to say it like that, but they did the other night. So what's going to happen in the rubber match between those two teams in the 15th district tournament?
I'll tell you what I'm excited for outside of the obvious once again. The obvious, Bowling Green Warren Central boys. We'll just go ahead and get that out there. For obvious reasons, it's going to be a good game. Outside of that one, I look at the Russellville Panthers boys team and the rest of the 13th district. That boys action, I know Logan County, I don't think they've lost a district game yet, have they?
They have not yet. No, they have not.
Outside of that, I think it's been close all year.
It has been close.
And that's one that I'll have my eye on for sure.
That's going to be good. And then, of course, we our guests, the ladies here, the Greenwood Lady Gators, they got South Warren in their opening round. That's going to be a battle, too, as well at Warren Central High School coming up in 9 days. So, I mean, yeah. And then, of course, the boys on the next night, Greenwood and South as well, too, on top of that. So, yeah, it's here. It is here.
All right, Brian. Well, let's go ahead. We'll have, right after the break, we're going to have the Greenwood Lady Gators in to talk some 14th District hoops. But you're listening right here on Sports Talk on Talk 104.93 WKCT.
Looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle? Look no further than Greenwood Ford Lincoln. With over 400 new and pre-owned vehicles, there's something for everyone. Greenwood Ford Lincoln is Kentucky's #1 certified Blue Oval Advantage dealership in the Memphis region. As a proud member of the Renshaw Automotive Group, we offer the best in selection and service around. Shop online anytime at GreenwoodFordBowlingGreen.com or visit us at Greenwood Ford Lincoln in Bowling Green, your destination for quality vehicles.
Car crashes, tractor-trailer wrecks, animal attacks, wrongful deaths. One call can change your future. Call me today, and let's start fighting back together. I'm injury lawyer Will Williford. Where there's a will, there's a way. When tragedy injures or takes the life of someone too soon, no amount of money can take that back. But justice can offer some security and accountability. I'm injury lawyer Will Williford, and I want you to know, where there's a will, there's a way.
Shop for your next car or truck at Campbell Chevrolet and Campbell Pre-Owned on both corners of Gary Farms Boulevard at Scottsville Road. If you do not see what you want, please let us know, since the inventory changes every day. Great money-saving prices on both corners. Rebates and low interest rates are back on new Chevrolets. Drop by and enjoy shopping. We make it easy. Campbell Chevrolet on Scottsville Road.
Welcome back into Sports Talk here on Talk 104.93 WKCT. Right now joining us In the studio is head coach Terrance Williams and the Greenwood Lady Gators. Coach, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Perfect. Why don't you, to start, let's introduce who you got here with us today.
Okay, so we got senior Ava Morrison, sophomore Molly Spidel, freshman Anzlee Hendrix, messing with the microphone, and sophomore junior Molly Tandy right next to her. Okay. So.
Perfect. Well, girls, for you all sitting in front of me, it sounds like you guys have a nice little representation going on here of senior, junior, sophomore, freshman. Just tell me, how this season's been going for y'all and how much fun it's been to play under Coach Williams.
I would say our season has gone decently well, and I can definitely tell, at the start we, started out a little rough, but then later, now, I can definitely tell that we have gotten better at, playing as a team and our defense and passing the ball.
What about for the rest of y'all?
I agree. We've been playing a lot better compared to the start of the season, just our team coming together more, passing the ball, defense, just coming together and playing on a string more. And I feel like playing with Williams, it's been great. He's been coaching us well, and just playing with him for 3 years has been good. He keeps on helping us grow and just learn more as a team and get better.
This season has been really fun. We've gotten to learn so much about each other. We've built such strong relationships that not only helps us on the court, but just building friendships outside of the court is what's so important. And it just feels like a family, and I'm really grateful to be playing alongside of all these wonderful people. And, yeah, it's just been really fun.
Yeah, I will say for my senior season, this has been one to remember. Just all these girls and getting to play with them, it's such a big blessing, but I feel like we have improved a lot since the beginning of the season. We were 0-5, and now our record has gotten so much better just because we've practiced and we've executed and we've worked on things that we needed to work on in the beginning of the season.
So, Coach, just talk about when you first started with Greenwood. How much have you grown from when you first started to now as a head coach for the Lady Gators?
Man, we could be here all night with that one.
Hey, well, we don't have another guest, so we got plenty of time, Coach. Go right ahead.
First off, when I first came, it was my first time coaching young ladies, so I had to learn a lot. Year one, I had 8 seniors, and then that immediate turnaround that second year was, of course, a growth season for us. So we used that to grow. And then this year, it's been pretty cool because it doesn't seem like I'm waiting for the year to end to grow. It seems like every week I'm growing, doing something different versus maybe I started by yelling and then trying to take a different approach. I can tell in game how much better I am. I'm seeing the floor better for them, as opposed to year one, a mistake and just harping on that mistake over and over and over. Now it's pull over to the side. Let's watch the floor for a little bit. I'm going to talk to you while you're here. All right, go back in and fix it. And I feel like, just for example, the last 5 games, it's just been like I can just see everything moving at a different pace. And it's all just to be able to help the young ladies, really. So I continue to grow every day with them.
Now, you said that you coached on the boys' side before becoming the girls' coach.
Right.
What are some things that you were able to take from that time there, or what are some things that, you kind of had to switch up because it's kind of a different game?
Yeah, I felt like when I was with the boys, we could literally just be like, hey, go run 2-2-1, and then the boys go out there and no questions. You didn't tell them what to do. They just kind of figure it out. With girls, especially my first year, I'd be like, go run 2-2-1. Then it'd be a young lady. She'd be like, well, where you want me to stand? Or how far over do I go? You know what I mean? Like, they want to know exactly what's going on. Mm-hmm. And so I had to grow with that. So I'm a lot more detailed than I was with boys because, once again, boys, I feel like they can just fly around and let their athleticism take over. I will say this. When we do it correctly, I do feel like the sport is a lot more beautiful. When the ball doesn't touch the floor, when they move without the ball, it's just different versus the boys' game. So
for the players, just talk about how the season's gone for you so far.
The season's definitely been a learning opportunity. Every game has been just growth for us. Over the past 5 games, we've gotten so much better and stronger as a team. We've really gotten chemistry, and I feel like our season's definitely, even though it's coming to an end, we're finishing out strong, and I have high hopes for this district, and it's going to be great.
We definitely did have our ups and downs during the season, but usually you get like mid-season before you hit like a really low, I guess, and you start losing a bunch of games. But I feel like instead of getting it mid-season, we got that right at the beginning of the season. That's why we started 0-5. But we've grown, and we keep growing now, because this is like, as I was a junior last year, we hit like a dead spot, but now we're growing and we're getting better as a team, and I feel like we're so ready for this district and hopefully region and further on.
I'll just say that we definitely had like our hard like troubleships going around with the team and just playing together, starting 0-5, but we've like grown so much together compared to these like last couple games. Like it's so different from the start of the season, like losing players, going through so much just different stuff. Like we have fought through a lot and we have grown from it, and it just made us stronger.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with what everybody's saying, and that we've definitely grown as a team, and I feel like lately we've been able to like pass the ball, move without the ball, and get like good looks and stuff.
So, Coach, an 0-5 start, how did you attack that, to grow from that? Because obviously, digging out of a 5-game hole, you guys are back to even now, so that takes a lot of work, and obviously you're saying that you're playing your best ball recently here.
Yeah, it's funny. When you lose, everybody sees the record. Mm-hmm. It was cool for me, though, because, like, we had to dig every day. And so, like, I spend hours on film and then bring it back to practice. Let's correct this. And then you do it over and over and over. You highlight stuff that if you win, maybe you go, oh, we're fine, right? But when you lose, you go, no, we got to fix this. We got to correct this. And so every loss, you can go back and look. 4 points, 6 points, 7 points. We were there, and then we finally hit I think it was a buzzer beater at a dare, and you could just feel we were headed in the right direction. So we used those losses to learn. We didn't lose them to hang over our head and be sad and, keep doing the same things. We just learned from them. We continue to build to this day, and it's funny now because we're winning games. But at the same time, I take the same approach, and we got to fix this. We got to fix this right now. So right now, we know what we got to work on. They know. We talk about it over and over and over, and we're just working on it to get better.
Well, Coach, what are things are you working on?
I don't want to.
Okay. Well,
no, it's fine. It's fine.
Is it just basic stuff? Basically, block out, rebound, defending.
Exactly. I feel like it's the basic stuff. Okay. Like boxing out is huge for us right now. We've been talking about that for the last 4 or 5 games, trying to build on it. I do feel like offensively, and I don't know when that switch happened, but they moved the ball terrific right now. That's something I've been trying to get us to do for 3 years, and finally in the last 5 games, the ball is moving. We're averaging like 15 assists in the last 3 or 4 games, which is great for us. We do have to correct turnovers and work on those things, but we're young as well. You know what I mean? So I don't want to look at a freshman or a sophomore and go, you need to be a senior right now. And no, I just need you to grow and continue to grow every game. So like the basic stuff that we're working on, trying to get better and better. So
we talked about the basics. I need you to break down the 2-2-1. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding for you. I'm kidding. Players, though, for you, switching to a different note, what has been a most defining loss for you this season, and what's been the most defining win for you? What's something that you've, really felt was the high point, and what might have been the lowest point that you tried to build back from?
I like that question. I like it.
I don't know if it would technically be like a loss, but we've been playing like really good competition recently. We just went to Cumberland, and then we played Davies County, and they're very, very high up in the region. They're top 10. So, and we play a couple other top 10 games this week. But I would say with them, we have stuck with them like through and through. You would think that we would just go in and they'd beat us by like 30, but we have stuck with each other. We've been passing the ball very, very well, as we've been talking about. And I would say for like upcoming competition, we are not our record. that record does not do us any justice. And we have gotten a lot better, but those losses were, again, towards the beginning of the season. But we have gotten a lot better. We've been playing as a team, and we've just been growing in our relationships on and off the court.
I would say that a low would be whenever we started losing a few of our players and everybody just felt really like down that we were losing these great, amazing athletes. And then our high, I would say, would be like our games these past couple days, because we have competed and stayed with really good teams, and we have moved the ball really well, like Coach Williams said.
Yeah, I mean, playing Cumberland last night was a great learning opportunity for us because they're obviously very high in the region. And just seeing how well they play as a team, I feel like it taught us more. And so we could learn from that and take from that game and bring it into the rest of our season and just grow more and talk on defense, do the little things that really help us and will make us better.
I agree. I think a high would be Cumberland County last night. It showed us like the little details that matter that we need to fix so we can stay in the game, even in the fourth quarter when we got that like more of a losing like the score. But we stayed with them all game, and I just feel like if we fix those little things, then that's going to help us, and that just shows us what we need to do to grow and get better. And then a low would probably be like when at the start of the season when we were just going through a lot as a team and just everything on and off the court. I feel like that just really showed us too that we just need to stick together and come together in those hard times and just get through it with each other and our team.
All right, so players, take us behind the scenes a little bit, and what is Coach Williams like during film session?
What is he like?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I would say he likes us to give like answers whenever he like asks us questions. Like, well, that's an obvious answer, but like whenever he asks us questions about like who's the good player, like what does this person do, he really like loves it whenever we know who the best player is, who the shooter is, who is the rebounder and stuff like that.
I feel like whether it's scout or film, Williams puts a lot of time into like giving us packets and like telling us exactly what we need to do, but it's just up to us if we actually do it or not, because again, we are a young team and we have to figure stuff out as a team and just as ourselves, and we have to grow. But he does do a very good job of watching scout because he watches a lot of film, and so just knowing that scout helps us out a lot, and knowing how to play them especially helps us out, and that's probably where a couple of our wins have came from.
Yeah, Williams is always watching film, always talking about what's to come and just what we can do better. I feel like it's really helped me. He shows me stuff that I need to work on and just the little details that actually matter. When we're watching film as a team, he always wants us to like figure out the small details because that's what matters. When he asks us a question and we're like, I don't know, he's always trying to get an answer out of us so we can really figure out where the problem's coming from and how we can fix it and move on.
I like when we're watching film and Williams, like, we'll go through the whole scout and he'll be like, just don't overthink it. Like, because, like, we just need to play basketball. Like, this scout helps us so much during the games, too, and just remembering that scout. And that's really something that we've been working on this season is, like, following scout, making sure we know who does what and all this. But definitely when he says don't overthink it, because we just get to play basketball at the end of the day.
Now, Coach, is that how you have always been, or is that something like we were talking about earlier, as year after year after year, how you're growing? Is that something you've kind of acquired to be that coach in the film sessions?
Yeah, I think year one, I was probably too detailed in the scout, and then they would get out there, and I mean, it's just so much to remember, and so I kind of took this motto in year two, like I'm gonna give them a scout, maybe not as detailed. Let's focus on what really matters. But then from that, at the end of the day, you gotta go hoop, you know. So just letting them know, like, man, let your hair down, go enjoy yourself, do what you do. You've been doing it for forever, so don't overthink it. You know what I mean?
Now, I want to get a little bit of a behind-the-scenes look into here, without going into too many specifics. What is a scout? What all has to go into that? What do you like to emphasize to the players? It might be different for every team, but what are some of the basics that goes into this?
Yeah, so maybe your top 2 or 3 players on the other team. The best way to defend them is huge to me. What they do well, we want to take it away. The other team, maybe not specifically that 1 or 2 players, but the entire team. baseline out of bounds. How can we score out of this? What they like to do, baseline out of bounds, sideline out of bounds. Do we need to rush back? Can we press this team? Can we guard a man? Just stuff that's going to help us against the other team. I thought, just for example, with Cumberland last night, I just thought a group of seniors and juniors, if we guarded a man, they would have just ran it all night long. Mm-hmm. They're so sound with what they do. Probably the best team we played all season long. I mean, just great team. So with them, it was, what can we do to help us stay in the game defensively? Just basic. And then offensively, what we can do to put the ball in the basket, where we need to score on the floor, that type of stuff. Who needs to touch the ball, shoot the ball, probably majority of the times. We've been talking about that the past few games. So just stuff like that.
Okay. Interesting.
Well, Coach, you brought it up. So just talk about what were the positives you took away from playing Cumberland County last night?
Man, the biggest positive for me is, God, we changed one or two things in that fourth quarter, and who knows what could have happened. I knew how good they were in man just from film. Mm-hmm. We got down 7, and I watched the film back probably 3 times already, but we got down 7 with 4 minutes to play, and I felt like we had to get in man, because if not, they would have just took their time with the ball on offense. Mm-hmm. And so we got in a man, and as soon as we did, it started to change the game, and they pushed it out to about 16 from that. Mm-hmm. But also, too, like, we walked into the fourth down 3. They drew an offensive foul on us, went back to the other end. We had a defensive rebound. We missed it off of the offensive rebound. They hit a 3. We go back down again. We turn the ball over. They come back again and hit another 3. Well, you're out of it at that point.
Right.
And so being a little bit more efficient on offense for us, maybe being a little bit more patient would have been the key. And then, God, if we could have just not had to go to man so early in that game, I feel like it could have changed. But it's a great team. Great team.
And players, I know you've kind of said this a little bit, but how great of a feeling, albeit a loss, did you get from that game to kind of be playing as well as you did at this point in the season when, every game is starting to really matter?
It just shows that we can compete with really whoever. We just have to try our best. I don't think it really matters about the record. It's just going out there and playing basketball and giving it all you got. And like Coach Williams says, be a dog and just go for it and try to win the game.
Yeah, I would say it definitely shows that we can compete with the higher teams in the region. And for us to do that, we have to be able to pass the ball and move off ball and just play like super well as a team. And I feel like if we do that and have good defense on top of that, we can compete with anybody.
Coach, I want you to break down what they're saying. Be a dog. How often do you say that?
I don't know. Girls, how often do I say it?
A lot.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe every day, I guess.
Is that in a positive manner, a negative manner?
Yeah, it's definitely a positive manner. That's just something I got when I was coaching boys, like, didn't want anybody to be soft. And, I mean, you go play these county teams, man, ain't no backing down from them. They don't know anyway. So, I just try and let the girls know, like, right now you got to buckle it up. Mm-hmm. It's going to be one of them nights. So they're doing a great job at that.
Obviously, Coach, you depend on your 4 players you brought with you tonight, but who are some of the younger players that you will have to depend on coming up when this postseason begins in 9 days?
Some of our other players, so we actually start another freshman, Abby Buser, and she has been terrific for us. She kind of fell into this role as a 5th starter for us, and like she hasn't looked back. She's been amazing. There's a lot of pressure on her shoulders because out of this group right here, she kind of the calm to the storm. Whenever I feel like we're a little bit rushed or maybe we defensively, our hands aren't up and we need some deflections, she goes in for those types of things. It's a lot of pressure for a freshman. You know what I mean? So we're depending on her, and she's been amazing. I won't put any pressure on her if she's listening or watching or whatever. But she's been terrific for us. So Abby Buser, our other freshman. Then, of course, we start the rest of these girls right here. So,
And anybody else as well, too, off the bench?
Yeah. So it's another senior. She is the exact opposite of Abby Buser, and that's Lily Clark. She brings the energy. She's got one switch, and that's go. So we kind of try and harness that in, but at the same time, I want her to be herself. She's been great for us this year as well. She brings like this, I don't even have to tell her to be a dog. It just is what it is with her. So you got two different ends of the spectrum that you're counting on a lot to kind of be those really big pieces and help these girls as well. And they've been great, man. And you know, they're going to continue to be stars in their role. So, that's about it, man. We got another little girl off the bench, Lily Padgett, another point guard who helps us out from time to time. And then we got another freshman who comes in and gives these two a break, and Emery Wilcutt. So she's doing well and growing. You can see the growth from her from day one until now. It's been huge. So we got a few different pieces that we look to help us out.
Coach, it's been great to have you guys in. How about you hang out a little bit longer with us?
Okay. Sure will. We'll be here.
All right, we're going to talk some district action right after this break. You're listening here on Sports Talk on Talk 104, 93 WKCT.
Looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle? Look no further than Greenwood Ford Lincoln. With over 400 new and pre-owned vehicles, there's something for everyone. Greenwood Ford Lincoln is Kentucky's #1 certified Blue Oval Advantage dealership in the Memphis region. As a proud member of the Renshaw Automotive Group, we offer the best in selection and service around. Shop online anytime at greenwoodfordbowlinggreen.com or visit us at Greenwood Ford Lincoln in Bowling Green, your destination for quality vehicles.
As a paratrooper and combat veteran of the U.S. Army, I was trained to run toward the sounds of battle, not away from them. I brought that same mentality home to Kentucky to fight for my clients. I'm injury lawyer Will Williford, and where there's a will, there's a way. When life knocks you down after an injury, you need someone to help you get back up. If you or a loved one has been hurt, give me a call. I'm injury lawyer Will Williford, a proud Kentuckian representing proud Kentuckians. Remember, where there's a will, there's a way.
Ever wonder why buying a mattress seems so complicated? Shouldn't it be as easy as a good night's sleep? At Hills Mattress & More, it is. We offer top quality mattresses, furniture, and appliances with easy financing and delivery. No credit needed and proudly made in the USA. Visit us at 2539 Mount Victor Lane, Suite 2 in Bowling Green. Get comfort without the hassle. Learn more at hillsmattressmore.com.
Shop for your next car or truck at Campbell Chevrolet and Campbell Pre-Owned on both corners of Gary Farms Boulevard at Scottsville Road. If you do not see what you want, please let us know, since the inventory changes every day. Great money-saving prices on both corners. Rebates and low interest rates are back on new Chevrolets. Drop by and enjoy shopping. We make it easy. Campbell Chevrolet on Scottsville Road.
Welcome back into Sports Talk here on Talk 104 93 WKCT, presented by Greenwood Ford, Campbell Chevrolet, Hills Mattress & More, and Breen and Williford Injury Lawyers. Still with us in the studio, the Greenwood Lady Gators basketball team head coach Terrance Williams. Coach, we didn't get to talk about it in the first segment there. District play is over now. District tournament is coming soon. I guess before we break it down a little bit, just tell me some of your high points, low points. What are some of your main takeaways from your first go at the district play?
You mean my first 2 years? What I figured out?
No. I mean, like, just the regular season, I guess.
Okay, the regular season. Bowling Green is the team to beat.
Okay.
Of course. I feel confident in what we do, but also I got the appropriate fear, if that makes sense.
Okay.
That's something I learned from listening to Steph Curry.
Kind of break that down for me.
Yeah, the appropriate amount of fear. I'm not walking into it blind. I know what I'm walking into the district tournament, and of course, that fear motivates me to watch more film, to coach them harder.
Okay.
If I don't have that, then I feel like I'm either too high or too low, and I feel like I'm right where I need to be.
Okay.
For the players, you're getting South Warren. You split with them this year as well too. So talk about this big third game coming up in 9 days at Warren Central High School coming up.
Yeah, so I will say that it is tough to beat a team 3 times, as it always is in any sport that we play.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say we have watched scout film. We know what we need to do. We know what we have to accomplish in order to win this game. We just have to do the simple things that we've been talking about, like box out, rebound, putbacks, being a dog like Lily is. It's just depending on what we actually do rather than just listening to it, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else have any takeaways for
We
against
just
South?
have to do the little things, the little details. We have to make sure that we can get through the game with the stuff that we've messed up in the last times playing them. Watching film on them, we saw stuff that we need to fix, and that is crucial to fix to win this next game. It is hard to win for a third time, but I think that we can work hard and that we're just going to play as a team and give it everything we got, and that will be good.
Yeah, after the last South game we played, we sat down in the film room and we literally watched the whole game back and talked like as a team, ourselves, the other team, what we can change, what we can fix for the next game, like just building off of what we already had started, and with that win and just continuing on our streak.
I would say one thing we need to fix is that we need to try to keep them from driving and keeping them out of the lane, and then we definitely have to work on our boxing out and rebounding, because I feel like last time they had quite a bit more rebounds than us, maybe. It felt like that, and so I would just say we have to box out and keep them out of the lane.
Now, Coach, remind me, was the more recent one, was that a win for you guys?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so this is on your path of winning. What are you going to take from that one, and what are you going to take from the loss from earlier in the year, or are you going to take anything from that one?
The loss to them?
Mm-hmm.
We beat them twice.
You beat them twice?
Yeah.
Okay, Brian said split.
I thought you split. Okay.
No.
Okay, my apologies.
So what do you take from both wins then? Let me switch that up for you.
My apologies.
Yeah. Going back to both of them, like, first off, South is a far different team than early in the season. Mm-hmm. They are far better. And, the most recent, you could just see how much better they were. They're getting confident, and they're young, but they can go. And so we're not going to overlook them. The girls won't walk into a game going, no, we got this or anything like that. I feel like they're going to come out and do their job. I won't let them play that way anyway. But, these games going forward, at first look, I go, man, this schedule's crazy down the stretch for us. But it sets you up for a postseason play, and we're going to use it as such. Every game, we're going to go into thinking we can win this game, and we're going to continue to build, and then we're going to go into districts with that same attitude. So, kudos to us, whoever made the schedule. I take the credit for, scheduling your Cumberland, Metcalf, Allen, Barron, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because they're tough. They're tough, but you can grow from them. And we're going to use them every game to grow until we get to district tournament.
So, Coach, you beat South twice. Obviously, the pressure is on you all because, you got to do it for a third time. So how do you keep the pressure away from the girls and just, keep them relaxed and just, don't head into the game with all kind of pressure, all kind of this on your mind. Just go out there and just play.
Yeah, hopefully just kind of play it down, man. I'm not going to change anything I do in practice. I've heard talk to our coaches. We're not going to overhype this thing. They just got to go hoop at the end of the day. I feel like the last 2 years we've been in a position to win that game, and I've maybe taken the wrong approach by we're going to do rah, and we come out there and just flat. Mm-hmm. Like you just about to explode, and then you walk on the court and you're shooting the ball over the backboard. You know what I mean? We're just gonna stay laid back. We're gonna do what we do. We're gonna continue to grow. We're gonna work hard. We're not gonna overhype this thing, and then roll the ball out and see what happens.
Coach, you kind of brought it up, talking about this end of the year schedule. That's all mostly against 4th region teams. Just talk about how strong this 4th region is. It doesn't feel like there's any team, any player that is any shortage of talent. Everything is so high up this year that it feels like districts and region could go literally any way possible.
It is wild. It's wild. When I got the job, I think everybody knew Bowling Green. But then all of a sudden Franklin Simpson gets rolling, and of course Barron is every year. And then like Cumberland came along, Metcalf came along. I tell you who's really good, who probably doesn't get talked about as much, is Monroe.
Yes.
Like Monroe they've got a good team. They really, really do, and he does a great job with those ladies. And then you got us, and you got Logan, and you got, you know what I mean, all these other Allen counties in there, and it's you got Avery Morris in this region, you got Shelby Bird in this region. We played 2 girls last night. I mean, I'm not even sure one of them missed a 3. Like it's a great region to play in. You want to play competition, and the 4th has it right now. So I don't think there's a lot of. It's kind of like, you know, you go on the boys' side, you go, man, if we come out of the district, we're okay in the region. It's not like that in girls at all. You know, like there's some good teams. There's some good teams. So we're excited to compete, man. We're excited we play in the 4th, because without the 4th, I'm not sure we'd be getting to the point where I feel like we're really growing up. So we needed the 4th to do that.
For the players, how are these last few games in the last week of the season going to get you all ready for South Warren in 9 days?
It's just going to show us the things that we need to work on, the things that really matter that we don't take notice in, but Williams does. He's letting us know the small things that we might not see as a big deal, but really it can be game-changing.
Yeah, and I also will say, like, we got to give South some credit. They are not the same team that they were at the beginning of the year. I will say that playing the second time was a little tougher than the first time. We have worked our butts off, and so have they, working in practices and stuff like that. But we just have to realize that they're not the same team that they were at the beginning of the year, and how we've been growing. Other teams have been growing, obviously. And you have these good teams like Cumberland. Well, they started off how we should have started off, if that makes sense. So they're starting off with all these seniors and all these juniors that have been playing together forever. And we've got freshmen, sophomore, junior. And so just knowing our competition and what we need to do, especially with Barron and all those other teams coming up, top 10 in the region, I feel like it's really just going to prepare us for South and for Bowling Green for district play.
I'm very excited to play these next few games, because even playing Cumberland last night was just really exciting to see how far we've came as a team. We've grown so much, and we just continue to grow every game, and it's just really motivating for us, honestly, because it's giving us this like sort of confidence that's like really, I feel like we can carry into the next few games and just keep pushing and into districts and everything.
Yeah, I would say playing these next few teams that are going to be really good is going to help prepare us for the South game and help us to figure out what we need to work on, what we have to get better on to compete.
Avery, you bring it up. A lot of teams around here, they've got a lot of, rollover on the roster. They've got really good chemistry with having a bunch of seniors or having a bunch of juniors and seniors. You guys, like you said, you're kind of a group of all 4 classes. How long did it take to kind of get that chemistry together, or has that always been there? I mean, you're going to play different years with each other, having that difference, but how has that been?
I think this year especially, last year we had 3 seniors, so we all were playing with each other and we had different mixes in the group, but we've hung out outside of basketball and after school. A lot of the juniors are really close, and I feel like we've all just come together, and our chemistry has just been crazy good this year. The locker room's been good. We've had some come to Jesus moments and stuff like that, just trying to fix things and get ready for the district.
Now, a question for everybody up here. I think it's always fascinating to hear, who is your sports role model? Who's somebody you try to build, like you were talking about Steph Curry, who you build kind of a mindset like? Anybody you craft your mindset or your game like? We'll start with the players, we'll come back to you.
I would definitely say Steph Curry is a big role model because the way he plays is just great. He's an amazing team player, and then he's a great shooter. He teaches you how to shoot perfect, and he just wants to get it done and has like the go get it mentality. But he also is like such an amazing team player and like gets all these assists and still like does himself good with like getting his own baskets and stuff.
One for me that's not very heard of, but is one of our coaches, Coach Bowen. She played at Western, and she was Miss Kentucky basketball. Just learning from her this year, because she is one of our new coaches, but just learning from her because she was a forward, and just knowing how she handled certain games, whether it was playing against someone double your size or playing someone who is just a different size than you, is just so good just to learn from and hear her point of view.
I don't have a specific favorite role model, but I really like watching women's basketball. I think it teaches me a lot. I like watching Notre Dame and just the way their team is, just the chemistry and the players, the team, and it's just really great to watch basketball, like not playing but watching. It teaches you so much, and just being on the outside you can really tell and learn so much from just how they move the ball and pass and defense and communicate, and just really cool to watch.
Yeah, I don't have a specific role model, but I will say that like our coaching staff really like helps me out and inspires me just to be better at every like thing I do. I feel like they've helped me with so much, like just Coach Bowen, Coach Williams, Coach Rob, Coach T. They've helped me with like my shot. They've helped me with getting other people open and just looking for our teammates and trying to get them rolling before like worrying about myself. I just feel like them helping me out has just helped like me be better for the team and for everyone.
And what about you, Coach?
Yeah, for me, I'm a Memphis guy, so Penny Hardaway.
Okay. Oh, all right. All right.
He's the head coach of the Memphis Tigers, but just his want to continue to help the city is big for me. Loyalty is huge in me, and so I take that away from him. I'm loyal. I never ever say anything or do anything to hurt these young ladies, and so he inspires me, and they'll walk in my office on a game day and Memphis highlights will be on the screen, and so I'm just a big Penny Hardaway guy.
All right, for the players, what would it mean to you to get this team to be one of 8 teams in the region tournament beginning in March?
Let's go.
I feel like for me, that would just put a stamp on my senior season. Just I know we can get there, and we just know what we have to do as a team. And our chemistry again this year is just so much better than it has been the past couple of years. So just to get to the region would be a blessing. Just to finish out this senior season with a win.
Yeah, I'm very excited to go into these districts. I'm confident in our team because we've been playing so well together. And I think that moving forward, as long as we just keep playing how we've been playing and just growing from our mistakes, is really going to help us so much going into districts and hopefully region and everything.
What would it mean for y'all to make region?
I would definitely say it's like a big accomplishment because I feel like we have worked so hard during practices and during games, and we've improved so much since the beginning of the year. And I would definitely say like it's been a while since we have made it to region, so it'd just be amazing if we could make it to regions and compete.
I think it would definitely feel great, but it would just also like let you know that you can do that and that you just have to keep on putting in more work to get farther in region. I feel like it's just gonna show us what we need to do and how we need to do it, especially seeing like all the teams in the region. You're going to get experience, you're going to see how everyone else is playing, and it's going to help shape your game and help you grow in your team.
And Coach, like you brought up earlier, recent years it's been, okay, Bowling Green's going to be one of the shoe-ins. After that, it's like, okay, who's that second team? And it's been South recently, but for you, how important would it be for just your growth as a head coach to get these girls into that region tournament?
the truth is, like, I just care about them. So, like, I want to win, but I really want it for them. And it's kind of like what Anzlee was saying. You see what you can do, and maybe you don't really believe it. So to do it kind of puts that stamp on it, and then it unlocks a lot of other things that's going on in their heads. Side note, Molly Tandy, I'm a huge fan of. She said the word confidence like 3 times, and I'm so proud of her. She's been walking with a swagger lately. She's been confident, and that is huge for our team. We need her to be confident. So getting over that hump for us would be great for their confidence. And, I mean, once you're there, you never know. You never know, especially if you unlock this unforeseen confidence that maybe you didn't believe you had. You walk into Diddle and throw the ball out and let's play. You know what I mean? So,
big picture, Coach, what's it going to take for Lady Gators to win the district tournament? Not just beat South Warren, but just to win the district tournament.
Play the way we've been playing the past 5 games. We got to box out. We got to defend. But play the way we've been playing the past 5 games. We can get it. I mean, they have, I don't know what it is once again, but they've been amazing. And I'm not sure they know how amazing they've been. I've been getting text messages, emails. Your team's really good. They are. But it's taken a lot for us to get here. All the adversity that they've been talking about tonight, they needed it. Because now that locker room is amazing, and they're great with each other. And then you look up, and whatever we wanted to talk about, they had to come to Jesus meetings or whatever they want to call them. And then I can't explain it, but they've been great. They've been great. They've been moving the ball. They've been moving off ball. They've been finishing around the rim. I mean, I got a senior over here who I look up the other game. She's got 7.7 rebounds, 7 assists. I mean, come on, man. What are we talking about? You know what I mean? Like, we'll take these numbers. Inside-out ball. The other night, we were playing somebody. I sat down on that bench, and I was getting on them, and I circled around that rim, and I said, this is where the shots need to come from. I look up, and the next 3 or 4 shots come from that exact spot. That's growth. That's growth. So I'm so proud of them. We just continue on this pathway up. Don't let anything come between us. We'll be fine. I 100% believe it.
All right, one of our final questions for you guys. We'll go with the players. You guys, very nearsighted here. You play ACS on Friday night. You know, you talk about you like what you saw even in the loss against Cumberland County. How do you kind of make sure that's replicated in this Friday night game and how you don't take a step back?
I mean, again, we've been talking about our past 5 games, and we've been working our butts off, and it's been very consistent recently. We're on a streak. But just knowing, again, the scout, the film, and what we need to do as a team to do whatever it takes to win this game. It's going to be tough competition. As everyone knows, Allen's one of the very good teams in the region. So I would just say just knowing what we need to do as a team, and we've been playing as all together just really well over these past 5 games, especially in Cumberland County. So just do what we need to do from the past 5 games.
I think just staying together and just doing it for each other, not for ourselves. Just we need to make sure that everything we do is for the good of everyone else, our coaches, and just everyone on our team. I feel like if we do that, then we're gonna keep this momentum of the ball movement, the little things we've been doing. I just think if we really do that, we will be successful with that.
Yeah, I would say we have to keep a good mindset and just come into the game thinking that we got this and we're going to compete and give it our all. But we also have to make sure we do the little things and box out and rebound and play hard on defense and try to get the steals. And we just have to make sure we do all that and play well as a team and pass the ball good.
Yeah, I think that we don't play any game afraid. As long as we just give it our 100%, just full on effort and just play as a team. We have so much talent on our team. We know we can do it. We know we can win. So as long as we just keep playing on together, keep moving forward, and I feel like the results will turn in our favor the more we see.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us a little bit longer than normal this week, but a lot of good stuff to say. You guys are on the up and up. Obviously, like you said, you got a lot of confidence going forward. We wish you the best of luck, not only this Friday night, but going into that district matchup with South here in a handful of days.
That's right. Good luck at district. Good luck at district.
Thank you.
All right. We'll have more sports talk coming up right after this break here on Sports Talk on Talk 104, 93 WKCT.
Looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle? Look no further than Greenwood Ford Lincoln. With over 400 new and pre-owned vehicles, there's something for everyone. Greenwood Ford Lincoln is Kentucky's #1 certified Blue Oval Advantage dealership in the Memphis region. As a proud member of the Renshaw Automotive Group, we offer the best in selection and service around. Shop online anytime at GreenwoodFordBowlingGreen.com or visit us at Greenwood Ford Lincoln in Bowling Green, your destination for quality vehicles.
As a paratrooper and combat veteran of the U.S. Army, I was trained to run toward the sounds of battle, not away from them. I brought that same mentality home to Kentucky to fight for my clients. I'm injury lawyer Will Williford, and where there's a will, there's a way. I'm blessed to call Kentucky my home. I was born here, grew up here, and raised my family here. When members of my community are injured by the careless actions of another, I'm committed to fighting for them like family. I'm injury lawyer Will Williford, and where there's a will, there's a way.
Ever wonder why buying a mattress seems so complicated? Shouldn't it be as easy as a good night's sleep? At Hills Mattress & More, it is. We offer top quality mattresses, furniture, and appliances with easy financing and delivery. No credit needed and proudly made in the USA. Visit us at 2539 Mount Victor Lane, Suite 2 in Bowling Green. Get comfort without the hassle. Learn more at hillsmattressmore.com.
Shop for your next car or truck at Campbell Chevrolet and Campbell Pre-Owned on both corners of Gary Farms Boulevard at Scottsville Road. If you do not see what you want, please let us know, since the inventory changes every day. Great money-saving prices on both corners. Rebates and low interest rates are back on new Chevrolets. Drop by and enjoy shopping. We make it easy. Campbell Chevrolet on Scottsville Road.
Welcome back to Sports Talk here on Talk 104 at 93 WKCT, presented by Greenwood Ford, Campbell Chevrolet, Hills Mattress & More, and Breen and Wilford Entry Lawyers. Brian, a great show tonight. I have the Lady Gators up in here for, like I said, a little bit longer than normal, but that's great. We get to learn a little bit more about that team.
Yeah, that's great. That is great. And like you said, like we talked about, the postseason, man, it is here. It is here. That is for sure.
And it's scary when, like we were talking about the 4th region in girls, when your districts are packed, that makes for a very, very fun 4th region tournament, which I don't want to look too far ahead. We need to enjoy the districts here.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm kind of looking forward to it a lot more normal. And like you said, in recent years, it's been, you've got a couple teams that are just above the rest. This year, yeah, some kind of stand out.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot more right there, kind of like chopping at the bits to get up top, and I feel like there's going to be some really good games.
Well, I'll tell you what, next week's guests, we're going to have the Monroe County Falcons and Lady Falcons on.
Okay.
That's 16th District. They're playing theirs at Clinton County. That is going to be a wild atmosphere all week long. It is going to be wild up there. And, of course, Monroe girls got Metcalf in their opening round game. So, it's going to be a battle up there in Albany for that one. And then, of course, I think the boys are the 1 seed. And, maybe the 2 seed. I think they're 2 seed. I think Clinton's the 1. But we'll talk to Coach Gerald and all about that next week with them and just talk about that. I mean, man, that 16th district, heads and shoulders, the best girls district by far. That's going to be a fun week up there. And I'm sure, like, district tournaments all over, student section's going to be wild and crazy. Mm-hmm. They're going to be bananas. It's going to be insane. It's going to be a hectic but fun week of basketball when you know it's a do-or-die situation.
And for the 16th district, you're kind of at a disadvantage here. You're the only district in the 4th region that has more than 4 teams, so it kind of makes for some more parity year after year.
Mm-hmm.
But that also means you're going to play a little bit more you've always got the chance to not even make it out of the first round. All these teams, you win the first round, you're in. You win a first round in the 16th district in the right matchup, you're not necessarily in the region.
Not yet. No, you got to win 2. You got to win twice. So it's tough, and especially for the girls, you got to do it back to back.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to play Sunday and Monday. And of course, the boys will play Sunday and Tuesday. So at least they get a day to prepare. But the girls, it's back to back. That's not easy. That's not easy at all.
Well, like the saying goes, you're going to see the cream rise to the crop in the postseason. You're going to see what teams have. I feel like we know what teams are made of, but I feel like we're also going to see some stuff unlocked in this postseason. What players that haven't played particularly to the top, who's going to step up when you need it? Is it going to be your stars, or is it going to be somebody we don't really expect? And that's what makes me very, very excited.
Yes. Speaking of big-time matchups, stay tuned. We're going to get off this feed here for a few minutes and jump back on the feed, only on our Facebook page only. The after party, the Bowling Green Purples will be here. A lot to talk about with Coach DG Sherrill and his players, especially with Warren Central. They got in their first round of the district tournament. A lot to talk about with them coming up here about 5 or 6 more minutes here on the after party. So definitely you want to tune in for that. That's going to be a very, very fun interview.
Yeah, and that's a team that saw a lot of change, but like this Greenwood Lady Gators team has saw a lot of growth this year, dealing with so much new. They had some tough losses to start the year, but boy, I think they are, like with the trend, they're playing their best ball right now, and it's going to lead up to some fun matchups going forward.
I think Coach DG will echo those same thoughts here, and he'll be joining us shortly here on the after party. So it's going to be great to hear from them and his couple players he's bringing here with him too as well. Plus, we're going to have Steve the intern going to join us on the after party too as well.
Okay.
Go talk a little Western because tomorrow's Education Day game tomorrow.
Yes, and I will be there.
I'll be there too as well.
And for any of the youngsters listening, whether it's online or in your cars, be loud because it normally is loud. Sitting on the court covering these games for Education Day, it feels like I'm not going to have any ears after because they're going to cheer for anything.
They're going to be yelling
and it's going to be good
day. It's going to be an atmosphere unlike any other. It's going to be great tomorrow.
Of course, Coach Collins and his team trying to get a Conference USA win, and we'll just see what happens with that tomorrow.
Oh, indeed so.
Well, Brian, it's been great being back not on the desk, in the studio with you tonight.
Yes.
You've been listening right here on Sports Talk 104.93 WKCT. But until then, have a great week, sports fans.
Hey, after party, come up next.
You've been listening to Sports Talk, presented by Greenwood.
On the Louisville Cardinals Sports Network from Learfield, this is the Coach Pat Kelsey Radio Show. Brought to you by Roosters, a fun casual joint. Also brought to you by Kroger, fresh for everyone. And by